Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shailesh Pandey, Associate Professor, JSIMR College, Pune. Today I will be talking about basics of services marketing. In this lecture, we are going to learn about definition of services, example of services, and the difference between goods and services. The services marketing as a subject become very important because the service industry contribution to Indian GDP or the world GDP is more than 50%. This increases the importance of the subject. This is one. Second, the goods and services are different in nature. So every day we are exposed to many companies, those who are selling products and those who are selling services. In this situation, being an MBA student, if we are able to understand the basic difference, the nature of product and services, we will be able to design appropriate marketing strategies to meet the need of the consumers. So this lecture is a basic lecture to understand the concept of services marketing. So let's start with understanding the definition of services. So definition of services we are going to understand from uh, many point of view. First is defined by American Marketing Association. They are defining services are defined as activities, benefits, or satisfaction which are offered for sale or provided in connection with sale of goods. Now I'll explain you about the definition which American Marketing Association has proposed. So they are basically defining that services are activities, services are also benefits, and services are satisfaction. So services are offered through activities, services are offered through providing you the benefits, and services are offered through providing you the satisfaction. And it could be individually offered to you, or it could be offered to you with the connection of the sale of goods. Individually offered to you means what? You are only getting proper services, core services. The service is only reaching to you in a very individual form. Means what? If you are taking admission in any of the institution, you are taking a core service. The service is not offered to you with the help of some product, with a bundle of some product. But services are also offered to consumers with a bundle of goods. Like take the example of you're purchasing a two-wheeler. For purchasing a two-wheeler, in this you are also getting 3 or 4 servicing free with purchasing of that products. You are buying a product which needs some technical assistance while using. In this situation, if company is sending some engineers to install that particular product at your home, that service is coming in the bundle of products. Take the example of buying a smart TV. To buy a smart TV, in this situation, the TV is a good, but the engineers, those who are coming to install the goods, that is the service. They will explain you about how to use this television. They will tell you how to use the manuals, and definitely they will also locate the television at the place you want. So this is how the services are sold with a bundle. Now the next and important definition is given by Philip Kotler and Bloom. They are defining services as activity or benefit that one party can offer to another that is essentially intangible and does not result in ownership of anything. Its production may or may not be tied to a physical product. In the definition of Philip Kotler and Bloom, they are mainly highlighting two important characteristics of the services. So they are saying that if the service, this is offered, the service must be intangible. What is the meaning of intangible? The meaning of intangible is you cannot see and you cannot touch that, and does not result in ownership of anything. So if you are consuming the services, if you are buying the services, you cannot claim that you are owner of the services. But whereas in goods, if you are purchasing a good, you are the owner of the goods. I will explain about the characteristic of the services in the next session, where the intangibility part and ownership of the part will be discussed in very detail. Now, what are the examples of services? As Philip Kotler has rightly said that the services are intangible and does not result in anything of ownership. So let's understand the example of services. The first example of services are banking, your current account and saving account, any other product which you are taking from bank. The second one example is insurance. If you are purchasing an insurance, the entire insurance industry is example of services. Education is also a service where you are only getting the lectures in return and you are not going to be owner of that lecture. Next one is public transport. So you use the public transport from commuting one place to another place, for going one place to another place. Entertainment, you go watch the movie in the multiplexes and you come back. That is also example of services. Consulting, if you are taking the consulting, you are offering the consulting. You may be a lawyer, you may be a CA, you are offering your knowledge to some of your clients. That is also a part of services. So client will say that I am taking service of my CA or I am taking service of my lawyer. Hospitality, so going to a resort, going to different places where you go for the trip and travel, that is also comes under services. Now the next discussion is about how the goods and services are different. If you understand the difference between goods and services, you are an MBA student at a time when you will be put in strategy, you will be able to design appropriate marketing strategies if you understand the difference. If you understand the basics of goods and differences. The strategies which are made for selling a television is not the strategy which is made for selling the banking product. Both are different. But you will only able to understand when you understand the basics of the difference between goods and services. So let's understand this one by one. How and on what parameters the goods and services are different. So first characteristic of services and goods on which these are different are called physical theft. So in physical theft, services are intangible, means you cannot touch, you cannot see the services. Goods are tangible, you can see, you can touch the goods. Production, the production of services are spontaneous and simultaneous. Means what? You will go to acquire the service will be spontaneously delivered. And simultaneously, I mean, the service will not be delivered unless the customer is present to have these services. But for the goods, the products are produced long back, and you are reaching to different market at different places at a different time. The third characteristic is delivery. So whenever the service is produced, it is immediately delivered. The services are not going to wait for the customers. Like you want to go from Mumbai to Goa to use taking a flight. In this situation, a particular time which is allotted to you to fly from one place to another place, you have to be present there to take the services. But in goods, the production is separated from delivery. So the product will be maybe manufactured in March and you are purchasing the product in April. So that is also important. The next characteristic on which they are different is producer status. The producer status, the services are inseparable from service. So those who are the producer of the services, they have to be present when the service is getting delivered. We want to take the services of Taj Resorts. The Taj Hotel will be available, the Taj Resort will be available. You as a customer have to be in Taj Resort to take the services. But if you want to buy from Panasonic, you can buy it from anywhere. If you want to buy a Panasonic television, you can buy it from anywhere. So the producer, it is not necessary that you will only buy it from factory. Now the product life cycle. The services product life cycle are very short. Whenever they are produced, they have to be consumed on the same time. Okay, you cannot claim a movie after the show is over. But in goods, the product life cycle is longer. You can purchase a product will be produced today, it will be sold after 6 months, and you can use for a longer time. Then the title. No ownership is possible in the services. This is what the Philip Kotler has defined. So whenever you are purchasing services, you are not going to be owner of the services. Now take the example of anything. If you're buying some product from ICICI Bank, you are not going to be owner of ICICI Bank. You will only enjoy that particular services which you have offered for some time. But in goods, the ownership is transferred to the customer. If you're buying an LG refrigerator in this situation, the refrigerator, you are the owner of the refrigerator. You can say that I am the owner of refrigerator. Customer involvement. The customer involvement in services are very high. The services, except carpet cleaning and some other services, the customer and the company has to be always available at one place to produce the services and to consume the services. Goods, customer involvement is either very low or absent. I mean, if the customer is not involved in production process, because physical presence of customer. The physical presence of customer is also very important. Compulsory in most services, as I have already given you the example, without customer presence, the services will not be delivered. But in goods, this is not the case. Quality. So quality varies in services with time and person. So you want to have dinner in a restaurant, you can go to a time where there is a lot of crowd, the demand for the services are high, you may find there is a change in the quality which was offered to you in your last visit. Depend on time and person, and who is offering you the services, that is also important. So the quality you can find fluctuating in services, but in goods the services are in goods, the products are standardized. The role of physical surroundings. The role of physical surroundings is very crucial in services. So where you are getting the services, at which place, how the place is decorative is very important. Goods, you can buy goods from anywhere. You can buy from a small kirana store or you can buy from a mall. That is not going to impact a lot. Customer reaction. Services, it is very spontaneous. As soon as you will have the services, you will give you, okay, it was good or it was bad. Goods, it is delayed because the people will buy, they will, carry this goods to the home. They will go and use. They may use today or they may use after 3 days or 5 days or 1 month. And after that, they will give you the reaction. Repairs. In services, repairs are not possible. Once you have missed a movie session, it is missed. Goods, of course, if there is some problem, you can go and ask for the repair. Replacement services are very rare. Goods, just because of its tangibility nature, the goods can be replaced. And there are a lot of replacement cases we all are aware in our day-to-day life. This was about the difference between goods and services. We will discuss about other concepts in the next session. Thank you all for